Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to take this template and make a green hostas. Now this is not the kind that has the yellow in the leaves or the white in the leaves, it's the solid green kind. Okay, and if you notice in the template there is a round circle of green. That's basically just so you have a base that you can glue everything to. Now what I've done is I went ahead and cut out the first template. Now you can shape your leaves beforehand or you can shape them after. I'm just printing them on regular paper and I just press the center down, and now I'm just kind of like bending those leaves up and out to where they have a little bit of a bend in them using my finger. Now you can use a ball tool and you can shape them on a piece of foam, or you can just do it this way, whichever works best for you. Okay, now you're going to cut out each individual leaf as well, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. There's no sense in you watching me cut them out. I'm using a pair of micro tip scissors though, so that'll make it a lot easier. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I have some of the leaves cut out, I'm going to go ahead and show you how you can start gluing them on. Now I'm using some tacky glue. And I'm just going to put a dab in the center here, which is really hard to do and hold the camera, so hold on one second. Okay, so once you have it in the center, you want to go ahead and twirl it around a bit. Then you want to cut out the smaller template, and you want to put that on an angle where the leaves are going in between the other leaves. Okay, press it down. And then add some glue in the center of that. Okay, so now what I've done is I've kind of shaped this leaf. Now you can paint the back of your leaves, and if you do, I would do it before you take them off the paper. But it's not really necessary because you don't really see the back. And then you just want to put them in the center where you put the next set of tacky glue. Okay. And then shape another leaf, and then you're going to put that right there. Okay, so how I'm shaping the leaves is I'm just pulling them through a pair of tweezers, kind of like when you would curl paper. And then I'm just folding them. I know this angle is really not that great. Sorry about that. I don't have the tripod over here. Again, it's at my dad's house and I'm at home. So that's basically all I'm doing. These are just a very fine tip of tweezers. Very, very thin. I don't know, I think they're for working on computers or something. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and shape another one, and I'm going to go ahead and put that one on there too. And when I made this template, I made it with plenty of leaves, so if you didn't want to use the bottom template, you didn't have to. I just like using the bottom template because it has a base. Now, there is someone else on the internet, I don't remember who she was, but Susan, you showed her to me, and she made the hostas, and I really liked how she did it, but I wanted mine to have a center base in the middle at the bottom, so that's why I did this. I just took a leaf off the internet and put it in Illustrator and started working at it. So this is very tedious. But so far that's what we're coming up with. Alright, I'm going to continue to shape that, and here we go. I'll be back. Okay, so now that I have that pretty much done, I went to the next size on the template, to the smaller one, and I cut out a couple of these leaves. Also, I'm not sure if I told you in the beginning, but I did a big circle and then the little circle of flowers that was on the template. So like this template here is printed on green. I did this one, and then I glued this one on top of this one. And that's just basically to give it a little bit of fluff with a little bit of leaves kind of hanging out there like if they're new leaves growing. Alright, so then now you're stuck with this center that will actually dry clear because it is tacky glue. but I went ahead and printed some smaller leaves, and I'm going to stick them down in here. Okay, but I can't do that while I'm holding the phone, so I'll be right back. Okay, so this is going to dry clear in the middle, so you won't see that. Now, if you want, you can go back in and, like right here, where I stuck a little leaf hanging out there, you can do that to make it look like more plants are growing through. But that's basically what it's going to look like. And then also hostas, I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but they do bloom flowers, and they're very pretty flowers. You can actually, if you want them to be bloomed, you can stick the bloom right down in there and then have it bloomed up. Okay, so Susan, if you know the link to the lady that was doing the yellow and green hostas, if you could leave it below, so they would have 2 different kinds of hostas they can make, that would be great. And if you have any thoughts or suggestions, just leave a link or a comment below, and like and subscribe so you can see more. And to the girl that made the yellow and green hostas, thanks for the great idea. Thanks a lot, and have a great day. And don't forget to follow Dollhouse Miniature Madness and tutorials for more DIY. Okay, so for those of you who want to make your hostas bloom, most hostas bloom with a light lavender flower, so I'm just using some tissue paper. And this is the lavender that I'm using. The camera doesn't give it the exact color that it is, but it is a very light lavender. And then I'm also using the green, and I'm cutting out some leaves myself to make very teeny tiny leaves that you can't get from a punch. Now, in order to do this, what you need to do is get a pair of thin tweezers or a toothpick, and once you have that, then you're just going to press it in there like that. You can use your finger, or you could do this on a piece of foam. Don't press so hard to where it hurts. You're just kind of shaping that around the tweezers, kind of like that. Then you're going to take a little bit of tacky glue, and you're going to put it on the end of that. Now you're going to let it dry. The purpose of that tacky glue is to just kind of harden that in that base shape. Once it is dry, you should have a small piece of wire that is pre-taped. I'm using green. It's taped with green. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your wire and your ones that are hardened, and you're going to dip them back in the tacky glue, and you're going to glue them to that wire. Once they harden again, you can push them flowers back together if you want to. It's best to wait for the glue to dry to do that though. Okay, you just want to turn it in separate ways. That way they're facing different directions. I got glue on my tweezers, so it's wanting to stick to it. Okay. So, let me get the glue off these tweezers because that's not really working for me. Alright. Try that one more time. Sorry about that. again, you want these to be faced in different directions, not all the same direction. Just kind of go down that stem. This takes patience and time. It doesn't always want to stick right away. It does have some issues with wanting to stick to the tweezers. Okay, so now once you have that done, then you want to take some of your really small leaves that you cut, and you want to pick out the ones that you want. They don't have to be perfect. Pick them out, and then we're going to be gluing them in place. Put a little bit of tacky glue on the edge of the leaf, just like that. And then you just kind of want to go in various places along that. Once everything dries, if you want to shape them more so, you can. However, with the tissue paper, it kind of naturally will fall with the humidity in your house. And again, remember, this is a very time-consuming, and you need to have a lot of patience to deal with this kind of stuff because it is very trying. I'm getting another leaf while I have you on the camera. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that one along this. Now, it is very important that you use the wire with the tape on it. If you don't have that, then you need to get some of that because that's what makes this tacky glue stick best. And tacky glue will dry clear. So, alright, so you just continue that process all the way down, and then when you have all of your leaves on there, then we'll show you how to stick it in the plant. Okay, so that's what it's gonna kind of look like. Now this top flower, once that glue dries, I'm gonna close that up a little bit more. I just don't want it that open. Hosta's flowers are very tight. They don't bloom open that much. Alright, now you want to dip the bottom of this in your tacky glue. Get it good and coated. Okay, once you have it all coated, I actually bent the end a little bit to like an L shape. I'm just going to slide this down in here, just like that. And if you notice, I've made 3 different heights. Hopefully you can see that because it's very hard to get a cell phone camera to focus. I really need to get a different camera to start recording these with. But there you go. That's your hostas in bloom.